on Lunchtime. This is the third and final hour of All Angles here on eNCA. Good afternoon. I'm Masinda. Now it's that time of the day when we give you an update on how far many of the stories we've been following for you on channel today have advanced. Let's get straight to it. Right, we've got our reporters on the ground. Dasen Thathiah is in Pietermaritzburg. Pule Letshwiti-Jones is in Johannesburg, and Ronald Masinda is in the Eastern Cape in Gqeberha, tracking developments of many stories for us. Let's start with Dasen, who is at the Pietermaritzburg High Court. Dasen, we saw some interesting developments there with the judge recusing himself in the Jacob Zuma corruption trial with Thales. What is the status of this trial now?
Well, Maseko, this was a very crucial development in that trial because, remember, this now paves the way for that trial to continue. There isn't that elephant in the room anymore about whether Judge Koen will be recusing himself. He had given an indication previously that this might be coming because of those so-called strong comments that he had made previously in relation to that special plea application, that failed special plea application by Jacob Zuma's legal team. That's because they wanted the lead prosecutor, Advocate Billy Downer, removed. So he says that he could not have, in good conscience, continued to be the presiding officer in this matter. So now that that issue has been resolved, it means that the trial will proceed. A provisional date, or rather a date, has been given of April 17th. That'll be when the new presiding officer, who was introduced today, that's Judge Nkosinathi, he will be taking the reins there, and this matter is then expected to proceed. But as to whether it will be the start of the trial per se, that's what we need to wait to see and find out. And I'm saying this because of the indication that was given by Zuma's legal team that they may in fact launch another application. And in fact, in court today, Ngaba Buthelezi had said to Judge Tlili that he should expect that application before the next court sitting on April 17th. So what does this all really mean? Let's listen to an interview that I did with Mpumelelo Zikalala, the legal analyst that I was chatting to this morning.
It's as if, as we've stated earlier, purely administrative. Probably they have been given instructions now and being told you must come and deal with this particular matter. He or she will come in and sit in and check the state of readiness of both parties, check where they are. Can the matter be able to start within the second term? We're looking at those dates in April up until June for those 10 weeks and maybe another 10 if it needs be. And if everyone is available, then simply move on from there. So there's no impediment which is going to take place from now up until then. It's just the new presiding officer to sit in and take the matter forward.
Now, the new Johannesburg Mayor, Thapelo Ahmad, has been sworn in at the City Council. Ahmad was elected on Friday following Mpopala's ousting in a motion of no confidence. And covering that story for us was Pule Letshwiti-Jones. Pule, exactly what was promised this time around by the newly elected mayor?
Yeah, well, Maseko, residents hope that it's not going to be the same rhetoric. They just want service delivery, processes to be followed and for service delivery to be implemented. Let me just step out of shot so my colleague Gamu can show you on my left-hand side. We're at Bree next to Newtown. You can see on the side of the road how really services have deteriorated. Look how long the grass is. There's potholes on this road as well. And really, it's really mayhem. The city is, of course, quite dirty as well. And this particular area we're in, it's very filthy. And there's a stench coming out of this area here as well. So this speaks to what the mayor has been saying. He will be have to prioritize in terms of ensuring that there's a budget that will speak to these key issues of service delivery. And I'm going to pan again on my right side so I can just show you the potholes that are here as well, which are quite problematic because this speaks to the safety of motorists when on the road, and if ignored, it may potentially cause things such as accidents as well, tragic accidents. The mayor believes that really there is quite a lot that still has to be done, but he's banking his hopes on ensuring that that DBSA loan, the Development Bank South Africa loan, will be approved in what he believes will pump in money into the city's fiscus, which will focus on service delivery. Now today he was sworn in, and during a ceremony he gave a short speech as to what are some of these objectives that he may want to ensure that he targets and he does meet. Let's just take a listen to what Thapelo Ahmad Al-Jama'ah had to say earlier on.
Accelerated service delivery will define this administration. We are going to fix aging infrastructure, especially our roads, which are fast becoming dangerous due to potholes. We will fix the storm water drainage system, which leads to flooding. We will clean our city and ensure that refuse removal always takes place according to the schedule. We will find innovative ways to conserve water and recommit ourselves to regular maintenance of pipe and other infrastructure critical to water security.
All right, let's take you to Wazakele in Gqeberha, where we find my colleague Ronald Masinda, and the Minister, Begicele, was in that area to visit after 8 people were shot dead and 3 injured, I believe, Ronald, after a house party or at a house party last night. What did the Minister promise residents?
Masego, good afternoon. Well, a 51st birthday celebration ended in bloodshed around 5 p.m. yesterday. Now it's believed that gunmen came to this house and opened fire without even asking any questions. Many people lost family members, including DA leader in the province, Nababanga, who lost 2 family members. Other people who lost family members were also around here when Police Minister Begicele was at this house where the incident took place. He has promised that those who are behind this attack will be arrested. I'm also joined by Umamu Chinese States to tell us more. Mama, you also lost 2 family members. My condolences, first of all. Who were these people that you've lost as family members?
Thank you very much. I have lost 2 brothers, Andile and Vusumzi Sishuma. They were here in this present celebrating Vusumzi's 51st birthday in a form of a braai. Andile had just arrived from East London because he works in Amtata. He has just popped in to be part of the final celebration of Vusumzi's birthday, which started on Friday.
Now we know that the details are still sketchy, and you also don't want to go into detail about the possible motives because no one knows at this stage. But in terms of your understanding, do you feel that justice will be served when you spoke to the minister?
Yes, as a family we actually feel that this has already gained traction. The place yesterday was turned into a police site. It was buzzing with community, friends, family, and the entire society pleading that justice could be done. Police were there in their huge numbers in trying to take every detail of what could support their investigation. Even this morning, they were actually here, the entire entourage with the minister, and they gave us assurance as family that justice will be done, and they will try to speed up this process in ensuring that those who have done the act will be brought into justice sooner. There's urgency. Quite a number of political parties were also here. Minister was very clear that this is not a political sin, this is a crime scene, and indeed it is a crime scene. People have lost lives, and not only our brothers, even other families. And to that, we want to send our deepest condolences to those families who have already lost their loved ones as well.
Thank you so much, Mama, for your time, and condolences once again. Just to further reiterate what Minister Cele said earlier on, there were quite a number of political parties who were here to also pay their last respects, and he felt that this was not the time to be politicizing such a very serious and heinous crime, but he has indeed promised the family that those who were behind these attacks will be brought to book.
We are committing from the side of the police that we are not going to betray their trust. We are not going to betray that posture that has been shown by the leadership here is quite a big chunk of leadership. The mayor is here, the speaker is here, councillors are here, and the other political parties are here. We would make an urge to say that don't push us to look at politics on this matter. We're not looking any political faces, we're looking at criminal faces. We don't care who you are, we don't care what you are, and don't push us to that way.